Hey everybody, welcome back to Dungeon Builds. I'm going to be your builder today, and today we got again something a little bit different. We have recently with the first 6 episodes of Dungeon Builds, we showed a lot of the stuff that you can make in the program. A lot of variety of builds between the airship and between the arena, a lot of different variety of stuff. But one thing that we haven't really talked about is different things that Dungeon 3D can do. All right, so today what I'm going to be showing you is just some settings, some little options. We've made a lot of scenes, but I haven't really gotten into the different stuff that it can do. Okay, so we're going to start off with one of my favorite features, and that is the Fog of War. So we're going to take this little 3x3 square of dirt right here, and you're going to see these two buttons on the right side, FOW on and FOW off. So if you click it on, there will be a Fog of War. It's literally what it is, Fog of War. So it's really cool. It's great for being able to build dungeons that the players get to explore. You can put stuff inside of it, like if you were to go to creatures, okay, and you were to spawn these three skelly boys right here, and then click and drag the 4 tiles and FOV, FOW on, you can see that. Now, in certain rotations, the name does pop through the Fog of War, but that's okay because you can shrink the name, you can remove the name entirely, and maybe put the names back when it's revealed. Whatever, a lot of different stuff you could do that. To get rid of it, you just kind of highlight it, and you can see that it was highlighted. You can see a little highlight of the square through that tile, and you just click FOV off. FOW. I keep saying FOV. It's not FOV. It's FOW. It's not field of view. It's Fog of War. And yeah, and then there's a skeleton. I want to show you what this looks like without their names. So here are the skeletons without their names, and you're just going to click and drag, and you click FOW on, and they are now hidden from the view of your players. Lots of different stuff you can do with this, and you can reveal it slowly. You can just click on one tile, you could just click on the Fog of War, and there you go. All right, it's really great. Menu settings. You're going to see here where there's the load map, the select map, and multiplayer. Select map does what you think it does. All right. Multiplayer also does what you think it does, and load map does what you think it does. So we're going to go back to the map that I was testing all this stuff on, and it reloads really fast. All right, so we're back in. There's our skeleton boys. All right, so settings. There is a toggle to allow player objects or disallow player objects. This is in multiplayer mode where players can place their own stuff. You want them to be able to place their own tokens, just click that. Things to note, players cannot delete their own stuff. And the Dungeon Master defaults to whoever hosts the game. So Dungeon Masters out there, when you use Dungeon 3D, when it comes out very soon, ensure that you are the one hosting. Dragon Boys. All right. Toggle character HP. This will allow it so that if you want to show what the HP of your monsters are, you can do that. You can also just toggle it off so that nobody else but you can see it over here. That was the other thing. HP on monsters. You don't have to have 14 tabs up to track stuff. You want to change the settings? Well, you can do that. Make those shadows really pop. Could go high. Now, for people that are on maybe budget computers or computers that are not, beefy, I definitely, you maybe want to stick to low settings, or especially rigs that run particularly hot. I know with my previous video card, I was having that issue, but that was less the program's issue and more the video card was crappy. You want to take screenshots of your build? You hit P, it removes your HUD. You want to pull up a browser, this thing links to a browser, all right, which is super cool. You just hit C, pulls up the browser. You can change the camera scroll speed. You want to zip around, or you want to slow crawl. Look at somewhere in the middle. Edge scroll, if you're not somebody who likes to use the mouse or keyboard. I prefer mouse. I prefer keyboard, but if you want to use that edge scroll, you can. You can also turn it off, but if it's on, FX. And now you've seen me use these a couple times, but FX are another one of my favorite things. Particularly the fog spawns in some spoopy fog. You can change the color of the fog by clicking on the little box that is the marker for the fog. You can change its height like you can everything else. So that's actually really cool. When you put it in the water, it kind of makes a hot spring look. That's cool. You can make it bigger. You can select the color. Do you want red smoke? There, you got red smoke. You want white smoke, purple smoke, yellow smoke, green smoke, blue smoke, purple smoke, whatever you want. Smoke. We got our campfires. Also, those can be colored, heighted, floating campfire, and scaled, which is really, really cool. You've seen the lit iron lamppost in a couple of them. There's the iron lamppost, the lit lamppost rather. All right. There's a circle effect. This is pretty popular in my current game because it's great for the effect of many, many abilities that the players have. Again, color it as you choose. Wow, 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 wow. Really, really cool. There we go. It's a rave. All right. Also heighted and scalable. All right. So if the effect is 5 foot square, there you go. If the effect is absolutely astronomically huge, there you go. It's pretty cool. All right. Butterflies. The butterflies are cool. The butterflies, if you're going for like a fey sort of deal, they spawn over time and you can change their colors and then they will slowly change to that color. Love the butterflies. They can also be scaled. So you want huge butterflies? Bam. You want teeny tiny butterflies? Bam. It's great. All right. On to some of the other really great features. You can, of course, change the time of day. So if it's a night scene, or maybe you just cycle through and it's high noon. It's got a built-in initiative tracker. All right. And it organizes itself too. So let's toss some random numbers in here. And this guy got really good initiative. He's a rogue with improved initiative. I don't know. And then you just hit organize, and it organizes it top to bottom. There's a roll. There's just about every option to roll. There's D100s, D20, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, and so on. You can add modifiers to it, and I'll show you what that looks like. So we're going to roll 1D20 and add 5, not 52, 5. And it's going to pop up in this bottom too. So I rolled a 22, 17 plus 5, 22. Roll a fistful of D20s. It'll show you each individual one, so it makes it for like classes with large amounts of action economy, like fighters or barbarians. At higher levels, you just toss that in there. Maybe you want to do your own math and just chuck the d20s. So we know that you rolled a 14, 13, 11, and 17. There you go. To get rid of the number, the modifier, you do have to erase it and then put it as 0 in there. This is to make it easier for those classes that have roll multiple things. So there we go. Ooh, natural 1. That sucks. Yeah, there we go. You want to roll... Let's go nuts with it. I've never done this before myself, but let's roll the quintessential fireball damage. Let's roll 20d6. 70 damage. Bam. That's awesome. I've never done that. I've never had a chance to do that before. It's got everything. Like I said, you could roll anything that you could possibly want. The only thing that it doesn't have is it doesn't have a D2, but that was a design choice on purpose because, frankly, you don't need a D2. You could just roll a D6 or a D4 or basically any other dice and get the same result depending on how you roll it. So that was for coding reasons. But yeah. So didn't want to do a build this time because I wanted to go through some of the cool features because I feel like I have done a disservice and neglected to talk about the features and settings that are within the program. So I wanted to show those off with this one. Next time we will have a very cool build that's going to use a lot of these very cool options. We also have plans of recording a short video with the developer and I doing an actual game so that we can see it, so you guys can see it in practice, so like an actual game taking place in Dungeon 3D. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Check out our shorts for the short builds, and we'll see you next time. Bye.